Same sex, it stays on board here with Carol Leifer. She and her partner Lori have been together for 12 years. She opposes Proposition 8 and supports same-sex marriage. Also here is Pastor Miles McPherson, head pastor of the Rock Church in San Diego, who supports Proposition 8 and opposes same-sex marriage. We'll start with you, Pastor. What's wrong with their argument that this is a civil rights issue?
Well, marriage is the union of a man and a woman for the sake of having children and building a family. And there's no other way you can have children. And it's the best ways to raise children. So this is really about redefining what marriage means. You know, I played in the NFL, and you have 11 guys against 11 guys. When you start saying it's going to be 12 and 13 guys, you're changing the game. So this is about really changing the definition of marriage. You know, I played in the NFL, and you have 11 guys against 11 guys. When you start saying it's going to be 12 and 13 guys, you're changing the game. So this is about really changing the definition of marriage, changing the structure of the family, and changing the message to kids.
Why deny them this, which they want, Pastor? I mean, who's going to be hurt? Who's going to be harmed if they're allowed to marry?
All the kids and the next generation of kids that are going to grow up without a dad. All the kids and the next generation of kids that are going to grow up without a dad. You know, if you go back 10 years ago when black kids going to jail was a big thing, and they started all these mentor programs, and the big thing was these kids didn't have a dad. And so, and you see all these kids now growing up in jail, growing up depressed, low self-esteem with girls. They don't have a dad or a mom. And what we're going to do is make a structure of marriage where they don't have a mom or a dad. I don't believe that a woman can take the place of a man, and I don't believe the man can take the place of a woman.
You don't think a gay couple like Carol and her partner can raise a child well?
I think they're probably doing a great job with their child. But I think children need a mother and a father. That's how it's made.
With that argument?
Well, look at the American family. How many single parents are there out there? There, you know, in straight couples, people get divorced, they get separated. There are so many children being raised by single parents. I think it's slightly insulting to the single parents out there. A good parent is a good parent. Our child, we've given him a foundation of love. He has a lot of male role models around him, you know, relatives, friends, good friends, and he's very capable to go on and, you know, be a productive, wonderful person in his life. I mean, I think the good news, too, is that time is on our side. The majority of younger voters, it's a non-issue.
You think it's going to happen?
Nope.
I don't
know. And there was a poll today, Gallup poll today came out and said that the people for traditional marriages, the highest has been since 2005. So the trajectory is going the opposite direction. Even in California, 52% won the vote. Now it's 53% for traditional marriage. So I don't believe that at all.
Now, Pastor, how could you look at those two and have any harsh feelings?
I don't have any harsh feelings towards them. It's about the definition of marriage. Let me ask you, if a bisexual man has a girlfriend and a boyfriend, and they're in love and they're living together and everything's fine, do they have a fundamental right to be married?
The three of them, you mean?
The three of them. And if not, why not? Because if this is all about love and union and feeling good, then anybody should be able to, I should be able to marry a minor. I should be able to marry my relative. Where do you draw the line?
Well, I know that's the rhetoric always that's presented to this question. It's pretty simple. I want to marry my partner. I don't want to bring a third person in. You know, marriage is hard enough with two people or a minor or anything like that. It's about love and equal rights.
I think it goes back to the definition. You know, the definition. Why is it two people? Where'd that come from? The same place it came from to be a man and woman.
Do you think, Pastor, there's going to be a travesty if this happens? I mean, society's going to run amok. I mean, do you think it's going to be terrible, terrible if gay people are married?
If you start teaching kids from kindergarten, first grade, that you don't have to have a dad, you don't have to have a mom, and a family can be whatever. And then you go from 2 people to 3 people. And then you go from 2 people to 3 people. You're going to have chaos.
Ow!
But I think it goes back to the family structure. When you don't have a mom and a dad, and I go back to a point about single parents. Single parents do a great job, but single parents will tell you it's hard. And those kids who don't have dads want a dad. And so if you create a system where kids don't have a dad and a mom, you are setting them up for failure, and you're setting them up to have a harder toe to hoe. You're setting them up to have a harder toe to hoe. You're setting them up to have a harder toe to hoe, 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 toe to hoe. And I'm in jails, I'm in juvenile hall, I see kids all the time. I see grown adults who didn't have their dad when they're kids, and they still hurt from that.
A good parent is a good parent. Our son is exposed to so many male role models in our family and our friends. It's the structure and the foundation of good parenting.
But
that
marriage
is
doesn't
and
say
love.
it. Marriage doesn't say, Miles, that when you look at marriage in the dictionary, it doesn't talk about parenting. It talks about marriage, right? What's that? Well,
It depends.
You think people get married? What if people get married and don't want to have children?
They don't have to have children.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that's the only place you can have children is between the mother and the father. The best place
And
to
they
raise.
don't have to be married biologically, right? I mean,
You mean to have a baby?
Don't have to
well,
be
we all know
married.
that.
Right, okay.
But the best structure to raise children, if you want to raise children that are going to be responsible, they're going to stay out of jail, they're going to stay off drugs, not get pregnant. The statistics prove, and I think common sense proves as well, that the way God designed it for a man and a woman to be united and for kids to see a commitment between a mother and a father and to see how they get along is the best structure for a kid. It's the best structure for our society.
You ever have second thoughts
Second thoughts.
about the whole marriage? You ever say to yourself, well, look, they're going to treat us this way, we'll just be ourselves. That's it.
You know,
Stop the fight, in other words.
No, you know, things are changing. That's the good news. There's been so much progress with marriage equality in Maine and Vermont and Iowa. Things are changing. You know, the beautiful thing about it is gay marriage is legal in Canada, in so many countries in Europe. And you know what? Guess what? The sky didn't fall down. I don't think my being married would affect the pastor's marriage in any way. It's just a matter of civil rights, and time is on our side.
The battle will continue. We'll have you both back.
Thank you
Thanks,
very much.
Miles.
God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you. Pastor Miles McPherson.